The beauty industry is among those hardest hit by the COVID-19 pandemic, but with restrictions now easing, leading beauty brand L'Oreal hopes to get back on track with its sustainable goals as it adapts to the new normal. To tell us more about this, we now talk to Supriya Singh. She is the country managing director of L'Oreal Philippines. Good morning, Supriya. Thank you so much for joining us.
Good morning, Ria. It's great to be here.
Okay, quickly, just walk us through what exactly were the sustainable goals of L'Oreal that were put in place even before the pandemic?
Yeah, absolutely. So yesterday we announced our 2030 roadmap for sustainability, but actually we've been committed to sustainability for a long time. Over the past 10 years, we've been taking actions to completely change our value chain. So we have reduced our greenhouse gas emissions in our factories by 78%. At the same time, we've increased production by 37%. And so it's these kind of achievements that have shown that we can really de-link growth of the industry and of our business from the environmental impact. And that's really critical for us moving forward because, as we all know, we're in a very difficult time right now, both from a social responsibility standpoint as well as the environment. The planet is really at a crossroads now, and it needs our help. And so we want to take much more radical action and set science-based targets that respect our planetary boundaries for the entire life cycle of our products.
Right. So for you to reduce emissions but increase productivity, I mean, that sounds like a dream for most companies, and a lot of companies tend to think that that's not possible. How did L'Oreal do that?
Well, look, it's not something that happens overnight. So this has taken us 10 years to get here, and a lot of this kicked off, many years ago. But I think it's a combination of things. It's a combination of renewable energy sources. It's thinking about our water usage and making sure that we have a loop in our water usage. It's things like respecting biodiversity. So it's many of these things together. And it also actually takes a huge commitment from leadership to say this is something that is important. And so we now actually design all of our products right at the beginning with what is the sustainability requirement and what is our footprint going to be. And we're starting to look at it much beyond just the direct impact of our products, but also what's the impact on the environment when somebody uses our products, like the water usage and things like that is actually one of the biggest environmental impacts of beauty products.
Supriya, how then does a global company like L'Oreal adapt to the new normal, and have your goals been affected by the pandemic?
So absolutely, this has had a big impact on us, and the pandemic has had an impact, but it's actually made us even more committed that sustainability is the right thing to do, and it's an important thing to do right now. And that's for three reasons. The first one is that consumers are demanding more safe and natural products, and they want to know where those ingredients come from. So having that fully traceable ingredient with the naturality and the safety is critical for our consumers. Secondly, there are more and more vulnerable communities now in the Philippines and in the world than ever before with the slowdown of the economy. And that's where expansions of some of our programs, like Beauty for a Better Life, are even more important. And let me tell you just a little bit about this program here in the Philippines, because it's a program where we train women and men from disadvantaged communities on how to be hairdressers so that they can gain employment for themselves, both at home hairdressing as well as getting employment in a salon. And it's something that I think we want to expand because we know it's needed here more than ever.
Yeah, empowerment at a time like this is really so important. Thank you so much for your time, Supriya Singh of L'Oreal. We appreciate it.